Go.
We're going.
Hi guys, I'm Janelle Gilbert. I'm here to do my CIP presentation for the PowerPoint. So the reason I selected this, of course, is because I fall within this means, which is the sandwich generation. So I'm calling it balancing time. So of course the sandwich generation is caring for aging parents as well as your children all at the same time. And something that I'm focusing in on is how do we alleviate stress in this generation. So as I searched for some articles, I found one specific that was a survey that was conducted by the American Psychological Association in 2007. At that time, what they discovered from the survey was that mothers between the ages of 35 and 54 produced they came off with having the most stress in their lives for multiple factors. They stated that more women than men reported having extreme levels of stress, and then 83% of the survey results stated that their relationships with their spouses, their children, and their family were the top sources of their stress. And they were also struggling to care for themselves. An additional stressor for the sandwich generation is a financial strain. Another article stated, done by an AARP study, was that family caregivers spend an average of $6,954 per year to support their loved ones. And for many, that's almost 20% of a lot of people's salary and income. And then you add that to the cost of supporting their additional family, what's left for what I kept reading this term sandwicher, which that would be me. And I found this cute little cartoon, which I felt that was specifically reflectful in being, is this your life being squeezed? And it's the sandwich couple. One side is the parents, the other side is the children. I thought that was kind of a fun little caption for everyone to see. So the overall objectives and what we can do to identify what will alleviate the stress in this population. So the number one take home that I felt was important was to focus on our own retirements, because as we continue to pay and support our children and run a household and then help to provide assistance with your parents, is to be prepared for your own retirement, because what that will eventually do is cause the same exact thing to reoccur, and that's where your children are going to have to take care of you eventually. So you have to be well prepared for retirement. If you do have adult children that are still in the home, which many times we do, in my instance, I have two sons. One is 20 in college, and the other one is 17, a junior, going to be a senior in high school. So, of course, my expectations are that my sons contribute to some of their own bills, whether it's their cell phones, their gas, etc. If you have siblings, make sure that just not one of the children are doing everything for the parents. In my case, I have a brother that's 10 years older than I am. He does stop a few times a week, but as far as taking care of my parents and overseeing things and making sure that their house is clean and their clothes are washed and their food is in the house for them, etc., then I'm the one that does the majority of that. So always include your siblings. As far as having additional funds to prepare for any kind of emergent situations that may occur, whether it be medical bills, medications, what have you, and be proactive in the approach to prepare for those expense that may not be something of the norm. You can always consult a tax advisor, know your deductions, and don't forget the biggest thing is to always take care of yourself, because if you're not healthy, how are you going to take care of everyone else? Don't spend extra monies where they're not needed. Be conservative with your spending and seek assistance from your employer. Utilize those FMLAs, the reasons why they're there, the potential for flex scheduling, and overall make sure you're spending quality time with your family. Advantages, again, flexible work schedules. Workers who control their schedules, they produce and state that they have lower stress levels. They have less psychological distress as well as a higher job satisfaction. Paid family leave. Employers that adopt these programs, they can provide time off with compensation. They're setting the example for other corporations to adopt these same types of programs. And what that therefore does is it not only recruits the top talent, it retains and maintains it. And then it's kind of word of mouth. And next thing you know, not only are the employees satisfied, but the employer is thriving because they have happy people working there. And then, of course, child care benefits as well as senior care benefits additionally recruit and retain your top level of employees. Disadvantages, of course, cost for the programs, availability in the demographic area, and then just overall lack of resource and no programs available to help aid in reducing some stress. Every year, it states that family caregivers provide approximately 37 billion hours of unpaid help for loved ones, valued at an estimated $470 billion. I thought that was kind of amazing. So some governmental assistance that I did identify back in July of 2015, they came up with this Raise Family Caregivers Act. It's to help recognize, assist, include, support, and engage. It's strategy to help support the 40 million Americans who do care for loved ones, whether it be extra family, children, or what have you. So my questions. Why is it advantageous for large companies to offer family-friendly benefits is my first question. And do you believe that the government offers enough service or program to provide relief for the sandwich generation? I think there's some good questions to think about as we move through and as I continue to research my CIP program. Thank you.